Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am very excited and very nervous at the same time because the new trailer for the requel, I guess we're gonna call it, for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer has just dropped. This is one of my all-time favorite slasher film. I wouldn't call it a franchise. I mean, it is, but really it's 1 and 2. That's all we care about. So part of me is very much in the vein of, can we just leave these old classic horror films or films in general alone? Stop redoing them, remaking them, stop it. And then the other part of me is super giddy and super excited because we've got Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. coming back. And it's the same with Halloween 2018 and Scream 2022. As much as I think they should leave them alone, Hollywood isn't going to. They're going to keep making them. And at least they're bringing back the main characters that made these films what they are. So I'm excited. I hope this trailer lives up to my high expectations. So yeah, let's view this together and see what we think. Okay.
Baby, you okay? Why don't you go upstairs and do that guided meditation you like?
Thank you. Find a peaceful setting and close your eyes. Imagine a white light calling you.
Hello?
Now, feel that love entering your body and emanating out from your chest. Take a deep breath in and remember the energy you give to the universe always comes back to you.
No, wait.
This is some kind of karma for what we did. What if someone saw what happened?
You need to handle this. This isn't the first time there's been violence like this in Southport. It's not going to stop.
I need to start drinking. Someone is coming after us. I need your help. I just have one question. What did you do last summer?
This place is so beautiful, it makes me want to die.
Okay. I think the first thing I noticed straight away that I just couldn't unnotice is that a lot of this was filmed in Australia. So not where I am. I'm in Brisbane. A lot of this was filmed in Sydney. And it's like, I guess if you live in places like Canada and they try and pass it off as America, the minute you see it on screen, you know that's not the US. And it was really cool that it was filmed in Australia. I absolutely love that. But the opening shot of entering Southport, that's not South Carolina where they shot the original. That is definitely Australia. So there was a few shots there where I was like, Australia, very Australian. It's good. I think it'll be exciting. We've got some good deaths, it looks like. The opening shot where he's kind of looking outside on the porch and, looking out onto the pool actually gives me a lot of Scream opening scene vibes where Casey Becker and Steve is out on the porch. So I kind of like that. That kind of gives me a throwback to another horror film. Some subtle Easter eggs there to the original. Helen and her Elsa. Their graves is a nice touch and, kind of hits home for a few people. I think it'll be good. I'm not too sold on the new cast yet, but this is probably because this trailer didn't really show you a lot of scenes of them with dialogue. It just showed you a lot of cut clips with them So I'm not completely sold on them as a young group yet, but I think hopefully that'll grow on me. I haven't seen a lot of the other things that these actors have done. I saw Ryan Murphy's Monsters, but I've never, I did try to watch Outer Banks. I think I got like 2 episodes in and I was like, I'm just not vibing this at the moment. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. I just wasn't really feeling it at that time, but I know that Madeline is really big in that show. Just seeing Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt was really, really fun seeing them on screen. I hope they have like a decent chunk to do in these films. I hope it's not just like a cameo for the sake of being a cameo. From everything I've heard, it's not. They do have a decent size role. I think it's very similar to, you know, Scream 2025, where they're helping this new cast of characters navigate this new fisherman. So, I mean, it's been done before, but you really can't go wrong with this kind of storyline. I really hope this film has some good songs as well, because I think the original film has a great soundtrack. I have pretty much all of the songs from that original film, and I even had, years ago, the CDs of the first and second one. So fingers crossed that this film will have a killer soundtrack. So I'm excited. I want a longer trailer and I want a bit more dialogue to figure out. I mean, we know what's going on. We know what they did something last summer. I want a little bit more, which we'll get because the film comes out next year. So this is literally, I mean, it says trailer, but to me, this is like a teaser trailer. This is just getting us hyped for it, which it definitely has. And hopefully they'll drop more clips. Another thing that I've picked up on is, and this is totally nitpicky, but all the sets, like the houses and especially the houses, they all look really new and modern. And obviously it is, you know, over 20 years later, but it just doesn't really give me the same feel as the original Southport did. Like the original Southport was a small little fisherman town where it wasn't super modern and fancy. And I liked that aspect, that they were just, I mean, apart from Barry, who was obviously, you know, the rich kid, everyone else really wasn't. And I liked that the sets weren't super fancy and they were kind of run down, and it kind of added to the whole feel of the film. You're stuck in this small town. No one's really going to try and help you. Again, like I know they've filmed this in Australia and not in the same South Carolina as the original, but I just feel like the aesthetic is a little bit different. They haven't really tried to match it super well. Hopefully that will come across different in the actual film. That's just something I've noticed in the trailer. Whereas I think, you know, even Halloween 2018, they filmed that in a completely different area, but it still had the vibe of Haddonfield. And then again with Scream 2022, but I mean, that was, the majority was on a set. I mean, they built that, so it's easy to kind of replicate that to the original. So there is kind of a different feeling. It feels very modern, which I don't love straight away because it just doesn't feel like the essence of I Know What You Did Last Summer. But that being said, the film, you know, in the film, it could be a part of the film. You know, maybe the town has kind of had this whole, you know, they have this horrible history and the town has gone through a kind of upgrade to kind of get away from the things that used to happen. Maybe they address it, or maybe it's just kind of assumed that they're trying to move away from this horrible history that the town has. And a way to do that is to just, you know, slap a new coat of paint on everything and make everything modern and new and really fancy. So yeah, all in all, I am really excited for this film. Like I said, there is a part of me that thinks, leave it alone, don't touch it. They're classic for a reason. Again, you know, the sequel of this is up there with one of my favorite sequels ever, but Hollywood's going to do what they're going to do. So we've got the original characters coming back, and let's see what happens. And if we get another trailer drop, I think that would be amazing. So let me know your comments down below. Are you excited to see this film? Did you love the originals? What do you think of number 3? What did we think of the TV show? I haven't addressed those because my opinions are very not pretty. But if you are trying to sway me a different way, drop a comment down below. I want to hear it. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Bye.